Cold War is the second film I've seen by Pawel Pawlikowski, and the second film he's made in black and white in the 4:3 ratio. I always have sort of a bit of a deep sigh when I see that because I love widescreen letterbox. I always feel like I want the luxury of being able to see across from side to side across the frame. So when a director decides to contain it, you know he wants you to concentrate on just what he's showing you. He also does this really interesting thing where he'll have the frame of the subject like so, and the rest of the frame will be the room, or he leaves a lot of negative space above and around the heads of actors sometimes. Anyway, the story is loosely based on his own parents after the Second World War in Poland and during the Cold War, and the restrictions made by the communists on people who were artists. They were using artists to create traditional folk music and dancing, and they started off doing a beautiful job, and then of course the government officials come in and say, can you weave in a little bit about Stalin and Lenin and just make it a little bit more pertinent to what we want the people to understand about Poland. So that's the beginning and the backdrop, and so begins this love story between these two people, and you follow him to Paris. He defects. She doesn't. She's afraid of being away from Poland, even though she knows her life is incredibly constricted there. But over the course of 15 years, they come together and part, and come together and part. And each chapter is segmented by a black screen. It's really a very beautiful story, quite a short film. It's only 93 minutes. Just one of those films. It's a love story in the style of a lovely old 50s, like Casablanca or something like that, where these two star-crossed lovers are trying to negotiate and navigate not being able to be together but desperately wanting to be together. I liked it a great deal. I'd love to see him do a film in the English language. Not that the fact that it's not in an English language takes away from it in any way, but I just love those slow unfolding, limited amount of dialogue, a lot of unfolding of scenes, mise en scène, where you've set up the environment and that's let to rest for a little while, and then the scene plays out and you catch up again with these two people. Lots of lovely music in it, traditional Polish music to start with, and then jazz, and he plays in a Paris jazz bar, so you get jazz from the 50s, and she ends up being quite a famous singer in Poland, so you get the more popular songs that she sings, and it's really well deserved its awards at Cannes, and the fact that people are really enjoying it and giving it top critic marks. I would give it 4.5 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. Look it up. You might see it at your picture house if you're near a picture house, but I'm pretty sure it'll come onto Netflix or Amazon Prime pretty soon. So be sure to press the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also go to my Patreon channel where I'm talking about watching films, being in films, and making films. See you at the movies.